Are you ready to get as centered as this channel has ever been when it comes to shelves? Ever? Are you ready for this? Can you even comprehend? Can you even imagine? Hello and welcome back to Shelf Centered. This is one I've been meaning to do for a while now. I wanted to do a bookshelf tour. I kind of moved some things around though, and you gotta know, even though it's been like this for probably a year, I have a lot more work to do. It's a constantly changing system. All right, starting at the top here, we've got, as usual, pretty eclectic mix up here. Some Stephen R. Donaldson. Will Elliott, I like his Pile of Family Circus, so I've been keeping up on him a little bit. There's a Erickson there, his non-Malazan book. It's turning out to be many now. Let's see. Leviathan Wept. I really love Daniel Abraham, and that's a short story collection and a Subterranean Press. Pretty awesome one. So anyway. Love that. Oh man, this is one, it's been on my list for too long. Sweet Dragons. Why have I not read it? Because I have issues. Anyway, some Mark Lawrence, some Guy Gavriel Kay, for whatever reason. I think I have the first book. What I do is I'll pop that one on my my other shelf that you may see soon. That's by my bed, so we can have a copy of just in case I wanted to start it. Obviously more Erickson there, and actually in the Malazan. So Brent Weeks, again, this is one of those. First book is by my bed. The fifth book I actually just bought, and so it's actually at my office waiting for a book haul video. And then some others here. Wise Man's Fear, I usually give out The Name of the Wind to somebody, so I actually have a couple of copies, probably random places, if not with somebody else. Foundry Side, I was reached out to be given an advanced reading copy that, of course, then I didn't read because I'm terrible. On sale in August of 2018. I'll get there. Well, all right, here's my Gemmel collection. Lots of Gemmel. Here we go. These three, for some reason, it just fit better that way. I don't know if anyone who has OCD, actually kind of like me, is probably going to be going crazy with this shelf because everything is is out of order and all messed up. But here's your, who is it? Dress the Legend, I believe, all the way to here. And then we've got a couple of standalones there. Melanie Ron, I've read her original Dragon Prince series, but this is the one, Dragon Token, I need to read. Here's some Stephen King. For some reason, he's out of my Stephen King collection, which I'll get to in a bit, which isn't even barely touch on it. If you pay attention to my shelves that you usually see in the videos, this I actually have the three books omnibus in one there. So I technically have all of them. Paul Kearney. Get you some Paul Kearney. It's good stuff. But those are a weird one. I don't know if I should read them or not. Any advice would be happily taken. But I believe there's supposed to be another one, but the publisher just didn't publish it, and so that's kind of just sitting out there. Unfettered 3 has a Wheel of Time story in it that you should check out for sure. All right, we're still going along, trucking along here. This is kind of my collections shelf. There's got a bunch of those Nebula Award showcases, which they're for some reason. Not that everything else won't be as well. Anyway, lots of good stuff here. The legends are legendary. Some other things. This is, again, Mistborn is by my bedside table. We'll get there someday. We're going to make that happen. Then a bunch of Terry Pratchett, and we actually double booked them. Double stacked here. Some KJ Parker. For some reason I got the first in those series but didn't get the rest. Working on those. And then some more Pratchett in the back there. Getting quite the list going here. Pratchett in my collection. All right, some decorative pine cones. So there's that. My kids love, thanks. Kind of some random stuff here, but a little sci-fi-ish, except for the couple non-sci-fi. But Peter F. Hamilton, David Weber, those are the big ones. Salmon of Doubt, we got On Writing, of course, and let's see, a couple other bunch of, so some Douglas Adams, more Douglas, which it's funny, my bookshelves are kind of peppered here and there. Like this one is from Ian Tregillis. Just through the years that I've done blogging and whatnot, a lot of my books that I've actually kept are review copies that I received, and so they'd be either the and we'll get to one of those very soon here as I get to the bottom of my shelf here. But you'll see a lot of those kind of start popping up, and advanced reading copies. All right, these couple of, also like this one was cool because it came in this like fancy wrapping, like old paper and with like a wax stamp on it. That was really cool. And then I did them the disservice of never reading the book, so I feel bad. Then we've got, let's see, the Complete Concordance. You got to have that if you're a Dark Tower fan. Everything you need to know. I'm excited because I got that after I finished. I need to read it alongside. I think that'd be really handy. Some Dan Simmons, some Tad Williams. My kids use this. They will do puppet shows. So that was the puppet show remnants right there. Tad Williams, I have stated, I think before, that I've struggled with some Tad Williams, but I have the Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn on my list just because that's a standard of fantasy. Gotta read it. Got some more Robin Hobb there as well. Some Mercedes Lackey that I just haven't gotten to and need to because I've heard really good things. All right, we're getting low here. All right, there's the Book of Ash. Heard lots of good things about, and that's why it's sitting on my shelf, but hasn't been read. Lots of Alistair Reynolds, Greg Keyes. Actually, I think I won the Briar King and then just kind of read the rest. I heard that's like George R. R. Martin light. Then we're going to get into some of my advanced reading copies here that I've kept throughout the years. I was on a good Ace Rock list that they would send me some. So I finally, when I kind of realized I wasn't getting to them, had to give that one up. It was hard. But anyway, this series is really cool. The Dan Wells series. What a lot of times, at least they used to do, I don't know if they do this anymore, but they'll give you the advanced reading copy, which is what that one is, and then they'll give you the review copy. And that's a series I love and need to get back into because, of course, I read one and then sat on the rest. Anyway, there's a Hunter's Run. Need to read that. Man. All right. Then this is my kids' shelf. I gave them one, I guess. So they, have some good stuff in there. I've been trying to get them to read some Diana Wynne Jones here. And the One Piece is out because everybody keeps going through it, along with your Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. But we got some good stuff. Beyonders, Fablehaven, Minecraft. You see, I decided for some reason to have one of my bookshelves, that would be my middle bookshelf here, be the shelf that contains all of the books that I've read because I'm cocky. For who? I don't know because nobody cares. But the goal in theory is to be like, see this? I've read all of them on that shelf. And maybe one day it will be all of them in all of the shelves. But right now I can do one full shelf and a little bit of spill over. I don't think there might be one or two doubles in that shelf. Didn't mean to pad my numbers, I'm just bad at pointing out things. So you'll probably are bad at finding them. I think there might actually be an extra Gardens of the Moon that I saw that I just was too lazy to move. But anyway, so still technically read it twice, so I think it counts. But anyway, so the outer shelves. Still on my to-read list, but the inner shelf, the middle shelf, for some reason, again, it kind of happened, and then I kind of stuck with it, and I'm like, I don't know how to change it at this point. But the outer two are not read yet, and you'll see. So anyway, just wanted to, so the next time you'll see me is probably at the ending, because you're just gonna hear my voice from here on out. All right, now we come to the, this is the middle shelf, which is the shelf that I have read. So these are all the books that I've read, so I can point to this shelf and say, yep, read them all, to the 0 people that care about that. So I guess it's just for me. But anyway, so lots of these, but this is one of the reasons why you'll see that some of these books will be either here by my bedside table. I've read one of them, then they make it here, and then the others are separated. So there's flaws to this method, but here we are. But anyway, I love this. This is the original, like, self-published run of the Rhaenyra Revelations by Michael J. Sullivan. So this is really, these are cool. They're cool because they're I believe all the paintings are done by the author for the front, and they're just, anyway, I think he got his deal on like the last book or so, but he still kept put the last one out, so I had to snag that one. We got a couple, so Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell, that is one of my favorite books. We've got, these are advanced reading copies for these two. Those were really fun to get. So we've got Legend. I actually read one Gemmell book, need to read some more. I have the rest of these in a different place. There just was only so much room on the have read shelf. Heroes Die, Lies of Locke Lamora, some Terry Pratchett, and some Abercrombie, which we'll see some more of. And again, there's Dragon Prince and Sunrunner Spire. There's no middle book, The Star Scroll, I want to say, because I do not own it, so I need to complete that one. All right, so this is as far as I've gotten in The Expanse. I need to read Cibola Byrne already, but that's the only one I actually own of The Expanse. John Marco, I'm a big fan. He just kind of one day was on his blog or something, was like, hey, does anyone want just a, he had a bunch of these like covers, so I said, yes, please. Been a big fan. Thank you for all your help and support. Best, John Marco. So good guy there. There's my advanced reading copy of The Aeronauts Windlass. That is awesome. Can't wait for more. Do I want it more than the Dresden Files? I don't know, but I do want that badly. These are my my versions of The Hobbit. I need to get fancy versions too, but because I love them. But this one's been read many, many times. These are, they're the only Lord of the Rings, well, they're the only movie covers that I can stand, at least, that have like the movie on them, because they're so beautiful. That's how well done the movie is. Look at that. Look at how amazing that is. So anyway, this Red Country is a review copy I got. Let's see here. So of course, but let's see. This was a winning copy. Let's see if we can do this without messing things up too much. But this I won at the blog I ended up blogging for after, but signed by Sanderson, signed by Harriet, also signed by Maria Simons. So that was really cool. Really cool copy to get there. Anyway, I actually received Towers of Midnight as a review copy when I was blogging. That was really cool to get. And then I had to buy A Memory of Light, because that's when I was kind of stopped. Core I got as a review copy. Great series there. The Warded Man. Songs of the Dying Earth. Talk about one of the best anthologies that you'll ever read. I just loved it so much. There's so many 5-star reads in that. Highly recommended. And there's my George R. R. Martin hardbacks because I have problems and need to figure out consistency. All right, now we got a lot of, so here's all the E&C Esselmont books that I've read. Still need to put a sale in here. Promise of Blood, for some reason, separates the other Malazan books. But I love these. This Powder Mage trilogy is so good. And aren't the, I mean, the covers are just so cool. Love them. Yep, here's where we're going to see some Guards of the Moon twice, so my bad. But this was, I think I won it, so this is like the UK version of it. I just love the artwork. I think it's so cool. Especially that scene is so awesome. Dust of Dreams, this was one where I kind of keep it close here. Let's see if I can find it. Signed by the author. And so this was a cool one because it was actually, Janie Wirtz knew how much big of a fan I was, and she said, hey, why don't you send me a couple books and I will sign yours and get you one signed by Erickson, because we are doing the same thing, so or the same convention or whatever they were doing. I think it was a convention type thing. So that was really cool for me. Authors are just so awesome, and you find that out over and over and over again, especially some, and so that was really cool. John Sprunk's series, you got not a lot of talk about this, but I really like it. Assassins with a heart of gold, but you know, it is what it is. It's a trope that works. Casey, I keep talking about it, or Acacia, man. Acacia is one that I need to finish, that trilogy. Princess Bride, my gosh, so good. Just finished, so 3 now. Need to get to the rest of the trilogy. Those who know, right, it's a trilogy of 5. All right, here's some Malazan, some more Malazan. I've got a couple books at work just because that's where I do a lot of my filming, and because that's when I have the time. So they're missing, but at work. So there's another copy, of course. There's the copy of The Name of the Wind, which I actually have read. Shadow Ops. This one's a cool one. Got to show, because if you see here, this Only the Best Sci-Fi review is mine. So that's one. Old Man's War, the Scalzi books. Those are just fun. Look at that, the Dark Trials and Dante's. Trying to find a good place for things and doing a bad job of it. All right, some more. See, the problem is I get really stuck on this shelf because I want to talk about all of the books on here. But anyway, there's some more there. All right, there's some more ARCs, some Dan Wells, advanced reading copies there, American Elsewhere. That's such a good one. And The Troop. The Troop is one of my favorite books by Robert Jackson Bennett. Just so good. The Magicians, that's such a good one. They're so good, and I keep lending them out, so I do not have those here present. Let's see, some more Warded Man and whatnot. Ilium, Olympos, great duology. This is one I knew this tricked me. Okay, I forgot that I had 2 Game of Thrones here. I'm always lending these out. And so now they're both back, but my Clash of Kings is gone. So, I mean, technically, it's the same amount of space because Clash of Kings would just be there instead. All right. Some David Eddings. I'm planning on, I want to do like a beginner's guide / then a medium, advanced, doctorate level, kind of each of the levels of fantasy. And I think David Eddings is a good beginner's book. And then The Malorian is the exact same thing. Hey, Editing Bryce here. Just wanted to let you know this is the part 1 of this bookshelf tour. Space, honestly, complications with my computer. I would rather just have it be 1 video. But here we are. It's going to be 2 videos, possibly 3. Anyway, this is the end of part 1. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye.